else, you're missing out. We have an incredible spread with our sponsor and we are celebrating 2025. Thank you for joining us here live, all of you that are here. Thank you, Colette, for joining us. We are stoked to learn from you later today. I want to start off by introducing first Hawaiian Bank and Paulette, who is generously sponsored this amazing breakfast. We have lox and bagels and meat. Amazing. Thank you so much, Paulette. I'll have you come up.
And she made it.
And she made it. Amazing. Oh, I also have to say, so here, come in front of the camera. Paulette was recommended to me by Laura, who is one of our top agents, number 2 in the company. And so we know that if Laura trusts Paulette, we wanted you to have the opportunity to learn from her.
Thank you for that. Thank you guys. Good morning. I am Paulette Suzuki with First Hawaiian Bank. Before I get started, I'd like you folks to absolutely enjoy your breakfast and go up for seconds and thirds without hesitation. But before I start to talk a little bit about First Hawaiian Bank, I wanted to bring up a couple of our Maui loan officers to introduce themselves. Quick 1 minute, and then we'll jump right into
Paulette, we've got like 30 people on Zoom. If you can
I'm sorry. We're going to be introducing our team. Lori,
Come on
and Rick, if you could come on up.
Yay!
Introduce yourselves, tell them how long you've been in the industry and how long you've been with First Hawaiian Bank.
You have to be in front of the
You have to come up.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
I'm gonna get used to this, I promise. I
took me
have
years.
our mortgage loan officers from Maui. They're gonna come up and introduce themselves, give a little bit about how long they've been with First Hawaiian Bank, how long they've been in the industry, and then I'll jump right back and we'll talk a little bit about why we're here.
Those are difficult questions.
Hi,
I'm Laura Yonaga. I believe I've been with First Hawaiian Bank for about 19 years, going to be 20, and I've been in the industry longer than some of you have been alive. Welcome. Welcome to everybody on Zoom. Welcome to everybody that's here in person. Happy New Year. May 2025 be a great, awesome year for us in real estate and the mortgage business.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rick Smith. I'm a senior loan officer at First Hawaiian Bank. I just celebrated 18 years with the bank. You notice, you hear this from all of us. People stick around First Hawaiian Bank for a really long time, and there's good reason for that. I've been in the business 44 years. I started when I was 3, and I was a little ahead of myself back then. Pretty smart as a kid. But been doing this forever and ever and ever. And one of the reasons we're all so proud to be with the bank, and not a lot of people touch on this, but I want to spend a second. Our community efforts are unmatched by anybody in this industry in Hawaii. We are the single largest charitable contributor in the entire state of Hawaii. We've helped out Lahaina immensely what we're doing for those folks. But the key that I would say is, I don't know those of you that like to shop locally, when you rather buy from a little mom and pop store or restaurant than the big giant. We're as local as we get. We've been here forever, the oldest and largest bank in the state of Hawaii, hence the name First Hawaiian Bank. And we do some really unique stuff. And Lori and I and Paulette are just so happy to be with not only such a great charity-minded organization that helps your community, but just the offerings that we have are unmatched in the industry, and we're just really happy. Thanks for having us today, and let's all look forward to a really good year in 2025.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get right into talking a little bit about First Hawaiian Bank, how long we've been around, and also some of the programs that we have. How many of you, and there's no right or wrong answer, and I'm not trying to pick you out, but how many of you use First Hawaiian Bank for any mortgage lending? By a show of hands. And what allows you to choose us as your lender? What are you looking at when you think First Hawaiian Bank? I'm just curious.
You'll do hotels.
Yeah, you'll do only certain loans that no one else will. You'll do certain loans that no one else will do.
What's your name?
Keone.
Keone. Nice to meet you, Keone. That's true. And so for some of you, you said, what's your name, sir?
JC.
JC? Condos. That's another thing.
Canadians.
Canadians, yes. How about people from Guam? Did you guys know that we also offer financing in Guam? So we also do that as well. So in a nutshell, let's go ahead and segue right into the presentation, so that way I can kind of get to the meat of things and why we're here today. First of all, First Hawaiian Bank, we've been around for over 160 years. As Rick said, we're one of the oldest banks here locally, servicing our community. We don't only do mortgage lending, we offer wealth advisors, we offer trust, we offer merchant services, personal banking, private banking. So there's a lot under this umbrella that we offer, other than just mortgage lending. We have over 20 experienced mortgage loan officers, almost on every island, with the exception of Molokai and Lanai. You folks can always reach out to our two main loan officers here on Maui, which is L'Oreal Naga and Rick Smith. Okay, next. All right, so let's get to the meat of things. This is where it gets exciting, guys. The First Hawaiian Bank loan programs, we have so much under our umbrella. There is an audience that we have that we can place your clients right into. Getting to the First Step program. Our First Step home loan program is probably one of our biggest selling items because that's for your first-time home buyers. How many of you have heard about this program? The First Step. How many deal with first-time home buyers? Great show of hands. This program, you're gonna wanna pay close attention and make your notes. First step, 10.01% down, no MI. We do one loan. Conforming limits have risen, but awesome opportunity for you folks. We don't have to get fancy into the first and second. We can if we need to, but if we can qualify them right into the First Step program, the interest rates are competitive, their monthly payment is normally lower. Plus, a bonus. As a first-time home buyer, typically the bank, we have a purchase promo that we run, and we give your clients quarter point off, right? If they've owned a home before, it doesn't matter. They're always gonna get a quarter point off if they're doing a purchase. The first-time home buyers, we give them half off the points. So we save them on that, on some costs, okay? In addition to no MI. All right, getting to the next program. How many of you deal a lot with residents or doctors, physicians? Many of you? How many of you have found that they cannot come up with the minimum down payment, like 20%, because they're saddled with student loan debt? See some nods out there. Exciting, right? Our med loan program, definitely something you want to take a look at. Typically, we can go up to loan amounts of 2 million. And with that, they can come in with less down payment than you would on a typical jumbo loan program. Good neighbors, okay? Our good neighbors. On that particular program, there's an umbrella. So if you guys can close your eyes and visualize an umbrella, that umbrella is cut in half. On the Good Neighbors program, one side of the umbrella, we have our experts. The other side of the umbrella, we have our local heroes, our local town heroes. By a show of hands, how many of you know how many 100% financing programs are out there? Who knows what 100% financing programs are out there today? VA? Yeah, Laura, VA. What about, what's another one? USDA, yes, Teresa. What if I told you there's one more 100% financing program? That's not 100%. You've got to come with down payments. 3.5. But close. I like it. What if I told you that First Hawaiian Bank does offer a program and is proprietary to our bank that you can get your buyers in with zero down? How many of you like that? Okay, so this is your program. This is your program, but remember that umbrella that I talked about? The local heroes, which is considered to be, who's our local heroes out there? Police officers, firefighters, right? EMT, yeah, first responders.
Realtor.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you are. You are in our book. But on the Good Neighbors program, the minimum down payment, 1%. Minimum down. But the experts, there's the other side of the umbrella. The experts, which is your CPAs, your doctors, certified mortgage bankers. We have a list. engineers. They can go in with zero down. Yes, right? I could see some of this like mind blowing, like steam coming out of your ears. This is an opportunity that you guys know that we do have another program other than the Dovey, the VA and the USDA.
Our owner is on, you're special. She's actually on our meeting today and she said, thank you so much for your sponsorship today.
Oh,
We really appreciate, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. You guys have any questions for Paulette and team?
Anything so far? Is this exciting though? Is this like an aha moment
Amazing,
for you
yeah.
guys, right?
Yeah.
And so hold your questions. Let's kind of get real quick because I only have like a few minutes. So again, we have also construction loans, construction and land loans. Our construction loans go up to 1.5 million, land loans, we go up to $1 million. VA and USDA, we kind of talked about that. That's our government loan programs where you can go in with zero down. Our fixed and ARM programs, we offer saleable loans to Fannie Freddie, but also we have our jumbo loans. Just an FYI, we are offering a purchase promo for owner occupants if they do a loan within our portfolio, which means portfolio, we are the investor. It's based on our guidelines, what we create. If they go into our portfolio, owner occupant, we are taking 3/8 off the rate. That's 0.375 and a quarter off the points together. Owner occupant only. Okay. Jumbo loan financing, we do offer that. We can go up to loan amounts of 4 million. On a case by case, if we have to go higher, we can definitely explore that and see if we can make an exception. And last but not least, interim financing. This is probably one that you folks may want to utilize a lot. Again, there's an audience for it. Before you pitch the client, be sure to call the MLOs, Rick and Lori, to kind of discuss that. But our bridge loans go up to 1.5 on each property. Keone.
And
Yes.
that her team will be here throughout the meeting. So if you have any other questions at the end, feel free to reach out. I know
Yes,
that
yes.
we just appreciate having you so much. And she's sponsoring our West Maui Mastermind on Wednesday at noon. We'll be providing lunch, so there'll be another opportunity.
Absolutely. But the bridge loan, guys, one quick note for you before I sign off. That, again, loan amount is 1.5. You can designate, let's say Keone has a client and they're gonna sell, but they don't want it to be a contingency. And the property is worth, let's say, 3 million, free and clear. This is best case scenario, okay? And then they're looking at another property to buy. They don't want to make it a contingency. How can I do a bridge loan? They call Lori and Rick and they go, Lori, Rick, tell me how we can make this work. I have a client, wants to sell. We don't want to put the sale in the contract, but we want to buy a property B. What can I do? And let's say property B is 4 million, right? We're going up in sale. We can do 1.5 on the departing. We can also do 1.5 on the property they're gonna buy. We merge those numbers together and we see if they add up to buy the property whole. So we are encumbering 2 properties. The thing to remember is this is a short-term loan. It's 1 year. There has to be an exit strategy. Our loan officers are teed up to know what they have to do to create that exit strategy. It's a 1-year loan. So you, in essence, get 2 transactions that you're going to be working on, the sale and buy
Nice.
simultaneously. Okay. The other real big thing, that program, we do not look at finances or income to qualify.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So with that being said, thank you.
Yes,
Sasha.
let's give her a round of applause.
We have Rick and Lori. I did commit to 10, 15 minutes, so I wanted to make sure that you guys know that we are here. Their contact information is in those folders.
We do have
If
a
you have more
question of chat
questions-
for you.
Oh, yes.
Can we please get owner occupied loan portfolio requirements?
The requirements, the guidelines that we follow are similar to Fannie and Freddie. So 2 months pay stubs, 2 years W-2s, tax returns. If they have a business, we ask for 2 years of that and P&Ls. So typically the guidelines will be the same as a saleable loan.
All right, and here's the contact info. Thank you so much. The generosity, guys, come on up and get seconds or first if you haven't yet. And
Okay,
thank you so much for your time. Okay, we give out the Golden Pineapple Award to acknowledge people that are special and things that you guys have done. And we have an agent in the house that's new with us, another power team. So Bethany, you get our Golden Pineapple. Congratulations. Yes.
She's in Keller Williams colors too.
Yeah, nice. Great to have you here. JC has generously offered to sponsor next month in February and is launching an incredible property management company. So I'm gonna have him come up, read our mission statement and give us your spiel.
Short term. Short term.
Short term, right.
You come?
Let's give him a round of applause.
This is Bethany. She's not only my business partner, my girlfriend as well, 18 years. So we've been together for a very long time.
Nice.
Mission statement: to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. So I wanted to announce today that we officially, the Maui Life team, has started the Maui Life Vacations. You'll see literature in front of you. We have a fold-out pamphlet that goes to your clients. I will also have a PDF if you'd like to send out to them, but this can go into any of your open houses. If you would like a stack of them, I have them in my office. Our guarantee to you, if you send us anybody, they go back to you. That is my signature on the bottom. If for some reason they do not want to use you, we all will give you a referral fee. But we try to give them back to you. If they decide to buy another vacation rental property or any property on Maui, we also give that back to you. So that's our guarantee. And then we offer a up to $2,000 referral. They have to be in the program for 90 days and you'll get a $2,000 referral sent to KW that then gets sent to you guys. So we're excited to announce. If you have any questions at all, please let us know. Our other business partner has 20 years experience in the business running. She ran about 40 units for the last 20 years. So we brought her on about 3 weeks ago. And this took about 4 months for us to get together. And we're super excited. And thank you to Colette, Keone, Sasha, and Christy for helping us get this going. So if you have any questions at all, please let us know.
You guys are in for a treat. We have our owner on today and she is going to share with us. We're walking our way through Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And I'm super excited for all of you to be able to learn and hear from her. Today is Hunting Wolves and Aiming High, page 21 through 28. Bring your MREA to the meetings and we'll be referring to it throughout. So Colette, super excited to have you on. Take it away.
Aloha, everyone. Good morning. First of all, I want to thank First Hawaii Bank for being there. And really, some of the loan programs they have are mind-blowing. So thank you again very much. That's awesome. Second, I love that our company has a motto where entrepreneurs thrive. And that's where someone like a JC comes into play and wants to and has a vision of creating a short-term rental company and wanting to do that and then execute that within Keller Williams. So congrats to JC for following through on the vision. And he's been a pretty good asset in terms of, you know, being one of our team players and really contributing and being a leader in our company. So congrats, JC, to getting that set up and launched. So most importantly, I want to go through the millionaire mindset. So right now, and RJ, you can put everybody's pictures back up because I can't see who's watching and I don't need to see my own face. So thank you very much. I hate, I don't even like looking at my photos, much less having to look at my own face on Zoom. Anyway, so the reason why I wanted to launch Mondays, the first Mondays of every month, is because guess what? You guys asked for it. The last time I was in town, you all said, would it be great if Colette could come and launch the Monday? So I want to launch the Monday and we're doing Hunting Wolves and Aiming High. And what I do when I teach this stuff is I do it where you guys can understand it and what's most important to you. So you can go and read the book and you will, but you won't get all of this stuff that I'm going to be talking with you about today. So how many of you, by raise of hands, and I can't see those who don't have their face. So if you're in the chat, how many of you have at least right now prepared your goals for 2025? So if it's on chat, just say yes. And if you are on picture, raise your hand. How many of you have your 2025 goals? Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so half of you that are, I can see, and then we've got, how many is that? We've got some of you on chat. So the rest of you, I'm curious what you're doing. I'm absolutely being serious. So you can have goals and you can have intentions. And in the beginning of the year, we're professionals, we're real estate professionals. So we first have to acknowledge where we are, which is we're in January and at ground zero. Some of you actually have 3 or 4 listings coming in the pipeline. Some of you already have buyers that are going to be put in escrow this month. Fantastic. I'm really happy for you. So the most important thing we need to start January with is a millionaire mindset. And the millionaire mindset isn't about making a million. It's just an elevated thinking of a million. So what is the MREA really about? Okay. It's how we think bold, how we aim high, and how we act bold and live large. So I want to share with you today the success blueprint to launch your year. So if you have goals, great for you. If you don't have them yet, I would suggest this week just looking at 2024 and going, okay, that was a good financial year for me. And if I could do that, I want that to be my goal. If I did more than my goals and I want to aim higher, then aim higher. If you didn't get to your goals in 24, then just do a little bit better, right? Just do a little bit better. So have that mindset in January that, okay, this would make me happy. If I did a deal a month, a transaction a month, I would be completely satisfied that I accomplished my goals for 2025. And it could be that you have health goals. I'm not just talking about work right now. I'm talking about everything. So think whole life. So if you have health goals, what does that health goal look like? All right. How many of you have a health goal this year? Awesome. Okay. Would somebody share their health goal, whether you're in chat or you're in the room? I can't see Sasha, who's raising their hand in the room.
Okay,
Is there somebody that has a health goal?
okay, JC.
So I dropped 20 pounds this year. It's my same goal this year. So if I drop another 20 this year by end of December, then I'll be at my goal weight.
Amazing.
Awesome. I love that Ben said a handstand, one arm. I would just like to do a headstand. So that's going to be one of my physical goals. But okay, for JC, he had to have done some actions to get to that 20 pounds that he dropped in 24. So this is all we're saying is to have a mindset of a millionaire mindset is break it down simply by what is your daily routine, right? Establish a habit that aligns with your goals, time block for your lead generation. And okay, I know a lot of you don't like the word lead generation. So let's just say connections. Can we just all agree that if you connect with 10 people a day, I see Susan nodding her head. Yes, right? It sounds better. Can we just connect with people this year? And how many people do you want to connect with every day? So to get to your financial goal. So that's something for you to decide. How many meetings do you want to have? There's 6 core competencies in our business that if you're doing one of these 6, you're gonna do a transaction. Can anyone guess one of the 6 are?
Capture.
What?
Rosalina said capture.
Okay, capture is, it's not the disciplined action you need to do, but capture is part of the thing you need to do. So there's 6 core competencies, 6, I had my hand up 5, 6, that if you do this in real estate, there's no way you can't do a transaction.
Is it like lead gen, lead follow-up, set appointments?
Okay, so think about that. So lead generation, connecting to somebody every day, connecting, being in front of a buyer, right? Getting them to sign a contract, being in front of a seller, right? Networking, whatever networking means to you, community events, church, coffees, whatever that is, right? If you do door knocking or open houses or whatever you do or serve a group, right? And the sixth one is social marketing, right? So these are 6 competencies that if you're doing this, one of these things every week, you're going to have something happen, right? So this is the niche that I'm talking about, all the things, FSBOs, geographic, demographic. Here's what I love about what First Hawaiian Bank said. That list of loans they gave you, what is that list? What is
An
that list?
opportunity. It's
What?
an opportunity. An
Joyce,
opportunity.
yeah. Joyce, it's an opportunity. And that's your demographic farm. Remember how I said you should have a geographic farm? A lot of you have communities, towns, zip codes, areas. Think of that loan program as your demographic farm. Doctors, CPAs, firefighters, first responders, police, teachers, VA, anyone who's a developer, investors, vacation renters. All right. Networking. A lot of you get a lot of business. How many of you get business from agent to agent referrals? Raise your hand. A lot of you. A lot of you. Now, how do you get an agent to agent referral? Where do you have to be or who do you have to know to get that? Someone on chat, unmute yourself. If you get agent to agent referral, where do you get that?
Through social media and masterminds.
Great.
Personal for me.
Social media and masterminds. Who else?
Attending the conferences.
Attending conferences. Great.
Being part of a community.
Community. Great. So you know how we have a business plan? In your business plan, how many of those events are you going to attend in 2025 to get to your goal? That's part of the agent to agent referral. So when you think like a millionaire mindset, you don't wake up in January and go, okay, I will figure it out. You will wake up with a really strategic plan. And it's like, think about it this way. I love to give you guys a visual because I'm a very visual person. When you wake up every day, doesn't matter if you're at home or you actually go to one of the offices, imagine the time that you start to work at your desk or come to an office, that the store is open for business. And the store is you. Dress like it, speak like it, no information to give. Like some of this loan program was mind-blowing to me. If I was an agent, I'd be calling them going, can I have a sheet on every program that you have? Because when I'm calling my database, I want to be able to connect with them and go, I'm the economist, the real estate economist of choice. I'm going to tell you all these amazing programs that are out there. Sasha, did you want to say something? Because you unmuted yourself.
Oh, I'm not doing
Okay,
any muting.
perfect. Okay, so just think about when you wake up, the door of the office opens, okay? You're open for business and it starts with your connections and your contacts and your database. So how many people will you need to connect with weekly? You want to commit to 50 conversations per week? That's only 10. And if you do an open house, I would count the open houses, right? How many appointments will you set weekly to be in front of a buyer or a seller? I would suggest setting up 10 qualified appointments a week. That might be a lot. You may do 10 a month. And that's okay if you have the relationships and your conversions are really high. So here's the thing about real estate. Real estate is simple. It's just not easy. Right? How many of you have been in the business longer than I have? 20 years. I've been in it 40 years. And nothing is easy, but if you understand the fundamentals of the business, it's simple. You just have to do the discipline actions. So one of the things I'm going to go for this year, James Clear says in Atomic Habits, is I want to just get 1% better a day. 1% in whatever, whether it's drinking water or eating better or working out or connecting with people in conversations. Maybe I want to get 1% better at listening. Maybe I want to get 1% better at connecting with more people and making more coffees happen, whatever it is.
Coffees.
So imagine, go ahead. Did someone say something? Okay, if you do 1% better, imagine by the end of the year, you'll be 365% better. Right? So time blocking is a real challenge for a lot of you. So time blocking, think about time blocking this way. If you don't manage time, time will manage you. And when you're doing your time blocking in your calendar, mark what is actually DPA, a dollar productive activity. Look at as salespeople, we need to look at our calendars and go, how much is it that I'm doing that will produce me income? That will produce me a transaction or revenue? What are your office hours? So my example is, the first 5 years of real estate, I was a cold caller. So I cold called for 3 hours a day. And I probably in the beginning years worked 40, 50-hour weeks easily, just trying to get a deal, just trying to get a transaction, just trying to get a seller, CMAs, whatever the case may be. I didn't earn the right to have a 30-hour week until 10 years later. And a 30-hour week looks like when you're in the office for 5 hours or you're working the real estate business for 5 hours a day, you're literally, everything you're doing is a dollar productive activity. Whether you're going on an inspection, you're meeting a client for coffee, you're doing a listing presentation, you're doing a seminar for first-time home buyers. Maybe you invite First Hawaii Loan to do a first-time home buyer seminar with you and to talk about their programs. Focus on high impact activities. So whether it's actually sitting in front of a seller, if it's actually being at an open house, circle prospecting before the open house, networking at an event, where is your highest and best use in the business? So let me ask this live question. Some of you have been in the business a long time, 10, 20, 30 years. For those of you who've been in longer than 10 years, share with me on chat what your highest and best use in the business is. And if you're in the room with Sasha, what's your highest and best use in business, where you make the most money in the business?
Anybody?
Open houses.
Yeah, I was thinking writing contracts too.
Yep.
But you don't get there.
Yeah, you gotta get there, yeah.
So open houses, I heard, writing contracts, what else?
Referrals from Sphere.
Okay, Sphere, farming, great. Networking, great. So think about this. What if you look, I see Lee said training and coaching agents. That's great. So look at your business from 24 and categorize where the business came from. I used to do this audit every year, and you'd be surprised at where your business comes from. And wherever that is, 10 times that, double down on that. And if you had a few deals come from areas that were not your expertise, figure out how you get those and what do you have to do to be better at that. So it's consistency over perfection. You want to build habits for the long haul. You don't get good overnight. It's practice, practice, practice. Show up every day. And it's like what Gary says, you know what? It's not exciting. It's exciting once you've actually closed the transaction and you've actually served and contributed. But the before all that is not that exciting. It's the purposeful, disciplined action of connecting every single day. Invest in your education, your mindset, your training. What are you reading? What are you learning? What can you impart to your clients? One of the things that I shared with you last year was we need to get better at knowing more than our clients do, like the trust, the insurance, anything that has to do with their home to protect their asset, even though it's not our field. If we can refer, one of the things I'm trying to get a contract with this year for you all is a trust attorney in Hawaii, that the minute you sell a home, you can refer a trust attorney to that client and go, for this much money, they'll set up a trust immediately. And I cannot even tell you how many times I've heard from people going, wow, that is a great idea. Like, how many agents are really sitting there after the close going, hey, I want to make sure that, you know what, now that you have this amazing asset called your home, $1 million, if you don't have a trust or a will, I have an attorney I can refer you and they can do this for you. You just protected something that they probably won't even think about for another 5 years. So remember, we talked about, don't think transaction, think relationship. Don't think transaction, think household under management. Accountability. Who is the person that can make you accountable this year to keep you on track? Is it the coach? Is it Sasha? Is it a mentor? Maybe a partner you work really well with? Is it your spouse? Is it your significant other? Is it a friend? Who can help you stay accountable to your goals and your actions for this year?
Awesome, Colette. Amazing. Great to have you on.
So here are some key so here's some key takeaways, right? So remember, think to yourself, open my door to my office, right? Open my door to my office. Think of this as a business, not as a job. Because if somebody was paying you for the hours you put in, that you're actually doing work. Just imagine if you were an hourly employee and they were paying you for your money to do work. Would you be let go? Would you get a promotion? But because we're independent and we don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by commission or service fee, whatever we get paid. It's how much time am I willing to work and do the work? So lead generation, connections, contacts is non-negotiable. Focus on meaningful connections and follow up. Right now, you should be contacting everyone in your database, wishing them a happy new year, letting them know that you're a resource, letting them know of any new programs, or we talked about, ask your clients if they have a trust set up. How are they doing with the insurance? We talked about videoing for them, maybe going into their home, videoing for insurance purposes, especially after what happened to us in 2023, right? Create consistency will create results. You may not see it right away, but 3 months from now, if you're doing this consistently, I guarantee you will have a transaction. You will have an opportunity to list a property or sell a home. Plan your work and work your plan. And then last, mindset is everything. Whatever you need to do to get your mindset right for this year, whether it's reading off of a book, whether it's listening to a podcast every morning, have an amazing miracle morning. If that's working out. Launch your year with attention and action. Remember I talked about goals and intention? Intention is about what you're planning to do, what you're willing to do. Action is what you're doing. So thank you, everybody. Anybody have any questions on the information?
Or ahas?
I have some.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry to jump in, but I just, on the sphere of influence, you were talking about CPAs and other people to align yourself with.
Yeah.
People think of this divorce attorneys.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
100%.
I can guarantee you at least half of their clients need a place to live.
Yeah.
Probably more than
Yeah, you should have one, a favorite that you work with for sure.
great source
Yeah.
of business. for
Thank you. for
In
sharing.
fact, I got a text yesterday from my mortgage broker, and he said, who do you have in this area? My brother's getting a divorce.
Yeah,
He could have called anybody. Like, I'm sure he has a lot of agents that work with him, but because we worked really well together, you know, he called me for the referral. So yeah, I mean, think about a demographic farm. Great. Anyone else?
oh, Teresa. Yes.
So, you know, it's New Year's and we're sending out all our greetings and whatnot as Colette is talking about. And oh, I would say almost all of you got one for me. Raise your hand if you did not. And in doing so, one of the agents that I connected with at family reunion last year is in North Carolina. He's a top producer. He runs a team, and he said, "Hey, I'm coming to Maui in March." I said, "Oh, that's great. Would you like the market statistics?" He said, "That would be awesome. I've been trying to track this." So I sent it. So he said, "Well, I'm gonna be in there in March and I need an investment property and this is where I would like it."
Yes.
And so I, of course, sent all that information to him. And at first he said, "I think it'll probably be a year before I purchase." So then I gave him a little bit more information about the market and where we're studying and what it means right now and what may not be there next year when he's thinking about purchasing. And he said, "I guess I need to move my timeline up." So these are just these texts, which by the way, I love you all. I'm connecting with you all. Happy New Year. But at the same time, it's putting you at the front of other people's minds in a way that you may not know you needed to be.
Yeah.
But they needed you. But if you don't take the time to send it, they need somebody else.
Yeah. Thank you, Teresa. I was gonna ask for stories. That's great.
Miranda on the chat said, made a comment, digging deeper in relationships. So I would challenge you all to start to prepare a list of 5 to 10 questions that you can ask anybody to dig deeper and getting deeper answers, whether it's a seller, a buyer, a friend, a relationship. It's amazing once you know the right questions to ask people, what you uncover and unfold and discover, and it can get them to that next level.
Awesome.
And then once you discover it, that's the easy part, because now you crack the code and you just repeat.
Yeah,
It's like learning the purchase contract. It's easy after you know it.
yeah,
Well, you gotta take the action though.
Gotta take action.
yeah. Anyone else? Awesome, Colette. Thank you so much for being on.
Welcome.
We appreciate you. Boy, that's amazing. I wanted to ask you guys and thank those of you who participated in our open island. I love to share stories. It's inspiring because it gets you back into that open house. Does anyone have a story from open island or in the past week or so? While you're thinking, I'm gonna tell you mine. When I was in Washington 5 years ago, I knew I was going to be moving my business here to Maui. And so I was trying to brand myself as a Hawaii person, put a surfboard on my car, and I ordered 500 of these keys with my logo and phone number. Didn't have a broker that advised me that I need more information on it. But this past week, I got a text, random text, saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a referral in Hawaii." And I was like, sort of remembered who she was. And she said, your keychain worked. And so literally 5 years later, she had saved this and I still get chills talking about it. And I got a referral last week from it. So figure out what you're, I mean, a lot of us have different superpowers. I'm a little weird on some of my stuff that I do, for sure. Having a surfboard on my car in the middle of the state with no water. But, you know, Laura has, right? Had my name and phone number and everything on it, but Laura, social media, a lot of you guys, you know, you do different things. We know open houses work, but, I also want to acknowledge before we have Leanne, who is a specialist in marketing, is going to explain what we offer at the Market Center. But I printed copies for each table of this. If you guys could take a look at this list, this is the production of everyone who capped in all of the real estate on Maui, 6.5 million or more. And I'm putting this out there because we are looking for 2 guests to family reunion. And anybody on this list would qualify. So if you can go through the list, find an agent you work with, find one that you thought would align and be great with our company, let me know, and they could be one of our 2 privileged guests to family reunion next month. It's only like 40 days away. We basically offer them the hotel and registration, and they have to fly themselves there. So connect with me. Also want to congratulate those at the top of the list in our company. Sarah, Laura, Todd, Matt, and Marianne all made the top 50 on the island. Congratulations, you guys. And then in the top 100, Chris Haig, Bonnie, Lindsay, Caroline, Lee, Miranda, Gina Parola, and all were in the top 100. And Samantha and Celeste were close after them and Chasten. So really just I want to acknowledge all of you guys for your production.
Congratulations.
And then in the top that capped, we have Joyce, April, Ann, Kevin Space, Leah, Evan, Susan Deloria, Angela Ching, Steve. So congrats to all of you. That's amazing. I want to acknowledge that work. Okay, we wanted to explain what we do for marketing. We have comprehensive packages that we give, and so I have our marketing specialist as a guest. Leanne is going to share what we provide for you guys.
Thank you, Sasha. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm Leanne and I'm working on the marketing and social media for Honolulu and Maui, so for KW Hawaii 1. As the new year is arriving and approaching, I just wanted to go over some assets that you guys can start using for the new year. And I know we get a lot of frequent questions on how the Market Center is able to support you guys. And so just wanted to touch base on 2 things. The first thing, if you are looking for an agent branded service, we offer a free automated monthly newsletter. So our team sends out a newsletter announcement every month. It's typically by the end of the 2nd week. Because we do want to account for the monthly stats and waiting for that to come out and making the graphic for that to include in the newsletter. But we do have a email that goes out every month, and it's letting you guys know this is what the newsletter looks like this month. It is custom every month, so there will be new local events happening, a new restaurant that opened up, different articles, a home maintenance tip, and so on and so forth. So every month the subject changes, but the format will stay the same, and it'll have your contact information at the bottom. So the email that does go out, you would just indicate to us if you have an updated CRM, you would hit that button that says I have an updated CRM, and you would include the spreadsheet of your contact list. Or there's an option where if you signed up for it the previous month, then just letting us know, hey, I'm using the same CRM that I used the previous month. Just letting you guys know that it is something you do have to reply to every month. We don't send it out to the same people if you've indicated you wanted it for last month. This is just so that we have updated CRMs that our MailChimp account can hold, just that month's contact list. So be sure to look out for that email if you want it. It's also just a great resource where another touch to your database where you don't really have to do anything for the month. It's just letting us know, and then we're coordinating everything on the back end So that's the first service. We do have a good amount of Maui people that are consistently using it, but for anyone new or for those who have not seen that email, be sure to check out for that. It should be coming from our marketing email. It should be kwhnlmarketing@gmail.com. And then going into listing marketing, just so you guys know that every time your listing goes live on the MLS, our team is proactively sending you a free listing package. So we check the MLS every day. Once we are notified that your listing has gone live, we will automatically create these assets for you. So it is a just listed social media graphic, for sale graphic, open house graphic, in escrow graphic, just sold, and a for sale digital flyer. We also are creating a just listed postcard. It's just the design for you to use and send out. We don't send out the postcard on your behalf, but you are able to use the postcard design that is already marketed, has all of your information and your listing information on there. If you respond to that initial email that we send out, then we can e-blast out your new listing to the local board. This is a listing just focused on you and your listing, no one else. It's kind of similar to title companies who will send out e-blasts on your behalf, except we are not including anyone else's information. Normally, I know the vendor or the company, it's branded to them, their colors. That won't be the case. For us, it's KW colors, but it's purely just you and your information. So typically the format, it will come in an email, again, from our marketing email. The format will say, congratulations on 123 address, this new listing. Here's all the assets that we have. Again, we will list out all of that information with the attachments below to the graphics, flyer, and postcard. And then underneath, it will say, if you would like us to e-blast out your listing, please respond back to this email. It is not an automatic thing that we'll do, but every Friday, we are automatically e-blasting out to the local board all of KW Maui's new listings for that week. So if your listing went live on Sunday, yours gets featured that Friday. If your listing went live next Monday, then it'll get featured the following Friday. So it's every week, whatever new listings are. Yes, RAM, the local board. So that gets automatically e-blasted out on the Friday. And then we just want to touch base that, you know, obviously on the weekends, our team is not pulling the new listings. So we do ask for a 48 business hour return for us to go back in on Monday to catch anything that we didn't see over the weekend. Just to make sure we can accommodate. So I know sometimes when a listing goes live right away, you're expecting that email on that day. So we do thank you in advance for your patience with just creating that whole listing package. And then we do also post on our social media, and that is also an automatic thing. If you do not see your listing getting posted, we kindly ask that you just DM our account, or you feel free to email me again at that same email. Just letting us know, hey, I didn't see my listing get posted. If you can just provide the address and the MLS number, that would be great. We do want to try to accommodate for everyone, but I do know that sometimes things get missed. So if it's you or if it's a TC person who's toggling on the back end when an active or when a listing goes active, or if it's an escrow or if it's sold, sometimes it just doesn't reflect on our end. And yeah, if of course we do want to feature your listing, so feel free to DM or email us. And if it is an off-market listing, again, email us and the photos that you'd like us to use so that we can get that all set up for you. Here is our contact information. Jericho, who's on my team, does an amazing job of drafting everything. So he is the one coordinating the listing packages and setting up the e-blasts for new listings. So this is also just a subtle plug to follow the KW Maui Instagram if you guys have not done so already. A tip that we like to mention to agents is for example, like top 20 graphics or new listing graphics or, top performer graphics, we do try to tag everyone that we can. I know some people don't have social media, which is totally fine, but an easy way for us to know and can tag you instantly is if your name and handle is your first and last name. It makes it a lot easier for us to find you right away. Sometimes there is multiple Jane Does, and trying to search and find for the KW one instead of tagging the wrong person. We just want to try to eliminate that mistake. So if you guys don't use Instagram already or Facebook, or if you do, making sure that, your information, your bio is updated, making sure that that's all good to go. So you get notified and can also repost to your own social media as well. I think that's it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to email, or I can answer them now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let's see if anybody has questions, because we wanted to provide some clarity. So you guys all know what's exactly happening. Any questions?
Here, it's Bonnie McChrystal. Thank you so much, Leanne. Question for you: with the longer days on market, there's a gap between just listed and the in escrow announcement. We're having to have a lot of open houses on Caravan. How can we plug the gap in having some more social media presence or the ability to email all of RAM when we're announcing that our property's on Caravan, or if we're having a series of open houses?
yes, I know with the First Fridays, that is a new thing we started doing with highlighting that on social media. So that was a good test to see, how well people are viewing the story and responding. It is just a story graphic, not a main feed graphic, but I do believe Christy and I are in discussion with just brainstorming more, and we are going to be on Maui for the first board of directors meeting this month. And so really getting the input from the current board of directors for this month. So we are open to, of course, we do want to feature and highlight those listings. And so making sure we're doing it in a systematized way, while also, making sure that our content on social media is also balanced with organic content, with local events happening, with new restaurants popping up, and not just only focusing on the listings every single day, while we do post those automatically when new listings come up. But
Awesome. Yeah. No, my question was more about the RAM wide emails that we used to be able to send out to announce these things before you guys went in-house. We would pay the $45 to have a RAM wide email sent out to have our open house announced, or like a new property on Caravan. So
yeah, we are in the process of, drafting up and looking into just having open house e-blasts go out. So it is in process of making sure that's all set up. So
you mentioned correction too, or price improvement.
Yeah, price improvements, price drops, whatever. Price
yeah, that too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just trying to that's how I get a lot of information from my fellow agents, either within Keller Williams or at other brokerages, is through reading all of our RAM wide emails, price reduction, open house, new to market. Well, we have the new to market, but it's, I think the email inbox is the key way to kind of really stay on the pulse with our fellow agents. So that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for your feedback. Again, I think this will be a conversation that is going to get brought up for the board of directors meeting, and just having leadership and all of you guys there to kind of input and kind of see how we can move forward with that. We do want to accommodate that, of course, and we know that it's important to highlight for the open houses. So we will talk more about that later this month. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Leanne, and thank you, Bonnie. We definitely want to keep the communication going back and forth and support you guys in your business at a high level. So awesome. And thank you for hopping on our huddle today. Okay, this morning we at Maui News, we want to recognize and acknowledge the holiday spirit is alive and well on Maui. And it features Liza and all her work, and we just appreciate Liza and Steve and all of you who participated in raising money for the kids. It was, I get chills thinking about it. It was an incredible experience watching those little ones jump up and down and go pick toys and see Santa. And I just was so proud of our company for the generous response and wanted to acknowledge Liza. Did mention board of directors, but the cool thing is, guys, you can come to these meetings. You're just not allowed to participate in the conversation. And it's a really incredible opportunity to get time with the top. So do they laughing at people? No?
Can't sit with us.
Yeah. You can sit with us, you can't sit with us, yeah. It's sort of a cool kids table because they're top producing in our market center and cultural leaders. And so we have a new group, want to thank them. It's actually Dean's leading this next meeting, and Colette will be here, and our social media specialist will be, and it's at the Lani Keha Clubhouse. So we want to recognize that all the West Sides come here. It was Dean's meeting, so he got to pick the place, but hope to see you there.
That was like my 8th grade prom with the guys and the girls.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I should mix it up a little bit. That's really funny. Okay, sorry. Thursday noon to 1, the 16th. So next Thursday. Yeah. Happy birthday, everyone who's celebrating birthdays this month. We acknowledge you and appreciate you and respect you, as well as work anniversaries. Incredible to survive in this industry, especially through this past year, who Gary himself said it doesn't get any worse than this. So really, truly, if you're still in the business, his words are congratulations. So yeah, want to acknowledge our luxury leaders, Dean and Joyce. Dean is the regional ambassador, and Joyce is our luxury liaison. So if you have any questions about luxury, please go to them. They're going to be providing events and education about luxury this year. Okay, jump start. Teresa, you want to speak to this? We're going to scream through these slides. So I know you guys plan on this an hour, but
We're gonna go really fast. So this will be Tuesdays and Thursdays here in Kahului. Come and join it. We're starting the sessions. There's 28 of them. 8 essentials. The 8 essentials definitely put on your calendar. That covers purchase contract, encounters, and listing agreements, and all the things necessary for you to do your business, how to get paid. Jumpstart itself, again, Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'll begin at 9, it'll end between 11 and 12, dependent on the topic. The coaches, as well as other leaders within the company, will be teaching. Something that Colette said that I want you to think about is discipline. Discipline is freedom. Procrastination is slavery. You know, that's where it sits there and just eats at you. So if you really want your business to go to the next level, if you're really looking for a change and you've been doing it this way and it's not giving you the results you want, come to coaching. Come and see what you can do to elevate your business to the next level. Thanks.
awesome, Teresa. Thank you. And with that role play Wednesday, we have opportunity to have conversations. You guys have heard about it.
However, this one is not going to be on the 15th. Like we said, we don't want to compete with Colette being here and the new blessing for the new office. So strike the 15th off of your calendar for role play. Go and do West Side to support our new office.
And
we'll pick up on.
Say it again.
Is that at 9 as well?
The blessings at noon on the 15th.
Role play is at 9 on Wednesdays, starting the 21st, right? And then real estate farming, this is going to be really cool. This is going to help you put together your farms, whether it's demographic or geographic, and we're going to come and we're going to work together. So sometimes there'll be lenders, sometimes there's going to be mortgage people. Most of the time it's going to be a combination of top producers with other agents, and we're going to be collectively working on our farms.
Awesome. Thank you for your leadership in that, Teresa. It's amazing. Also, so appreciate the sponsors. We're looking for more sponsors for the rest of the year. If you don't mind coming to get your phone, thank you. They would be providing, like they did today, breakfast at our Huddle the first Monday of the month, and then the first Wednesday of the month, they would be hosting the West Maui Mastermind Lunch. And we have found that these sponsors are getting business from doing that. So we're looking to fill up the year like we did with our Holly Cow Cow. So please let me know. Again, West Maui Mastermind this Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Hope to see you there. I go to KWRM and announce it, and we actually have had 5 guests last week, and everybody just goes around in a circle and talks about what's happening with the associations on Maui, on the west side. So it's very informative, and it's become an all brokerage thing. So would love to have you guys there. And it's at Dean's Luxury Listing. So another opportunity to preview that. And thank you again, Paulette, for sponsoring. We look forward to seeing you there. Jasper. How did I scare you? Sorry. Fundamentals. Wake up. I'm sorry.
The slide hasn't changed yet. Oh my God, I have like 2. Of course. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about command fundamentals. We've got a rotating class twice a month on the first and third Thursdays of the month. On the first Thursday, me or Brian are going to go over just the basics of how to use certain applets and command one at a time, depending on if we have some more experienced people in class that day, or if it's all beginners, we might modify things. So if you come around and there aren't that many new agents that just need to learn how to use contacts, we might dive more deep into advanced strategies on how to apply the command platform to your business. And then third Thursdays are going to be a open forum town hall style meeting. So whatever you want to learn about, whatever questions you have, we're going to link up with a training room on Oahu, and that way we can all collaborate and tackle command together. So I hope to see you there.
Awesome, Jasper. Thank you. We need volunteers still for January, Holly Cow Cow. So the way this works, there's about 5. There's a cool group, but we're really looking to bring some more people in. Let Jonathan or April know if you can do it. And it's awesome. They've been giving out 50 or 60 meals and trying new recipes, I hear. Yeah.
Yeah. We have 2 recipes.
2 basic recipes.
Looking more for recipes.
And
Chicken, chicken.
is there. Yeah. Thank you, those of you who sponsored the month, and this month, Teresa, thank you for your generosity. Paying for meals for the everyone who shows up, 50 or 60 people, that's amazing. Okay, Kauhana Friday, we're talking about disclosures. This is an important one, yeah, to be at. County will be leading that, I believe, and there will be margaritas. We're bringing the margaritas back, so. See? There you go. We have moved into our new office. It's beautiful, and we're still in the process of hanging up art and everything, but there's place to go in and work. And I think you'll find it's an improvement on our last space. There's furniture on order. We're doing a blessing again Wednesday, the 15th at noon. Colette will be there, and hope to see you all there. It's worth the drive. Open Island, thank you. Those of you who participated, please, we're coming up with a new system to give you guys opportunity for last minute signups. Please let us know by Wednesday before, and then you're gonna get a draft of all the graphics that Thursday at 10. And we're giving you 2 hours to respond with any corrections. Thursday at noon is the deadline. And so that you will have the graphic by end of day Thursday to be able to send out Friday. And it seems to be working in a great way. Like they said, they're emailing it out to everyone. So now you can sign up for, I'm sorry, I'm getting notified that I'm missing a required call with the regions. Yeah, so here's the people that are on Open Island last month. Thank you so much. And we're gonna skip the MLS update and to bring us home, Keone Ball.
What, no?
KW Fantasy League champion for 2024/25.
It was quite an effort. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry. All right. Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the code of ethics. Anybody hear the rumor, first of all? What's the rumor about the Phoenix?
Oh,
MLS?
they're not being part of NAR.
And NER, yeah, they're getting into a little battle here. Stay tuned, stay tuned. And actually, Colette was talking about doing your hourly, right? Imagine yourself doing it as an hourly rate instead of commission.
the Department of Justice actually wants to convert us into hourly wage, so go figure, yeah. So start practicing. I doubt it'll happen, but might, never know. Okay, so who can tell me, not Marion, what Article 1 is?
Be excellent to each other.
Pretty much, right? When representing buyer, seller, landlord, tenant, or other client as an agent, realtors pledge themselves to protect, promote the interests of their clients, right? So let's go down to standard practice 1.6 as we get into this market. It's kind of a different market, right? So I get a lot of these questions, right? Realtors shall submit offers, counter offers objectively and as quickly as possible. You go, okay, well, you should do that, right? But then the other question is, how do I know that they submitted it, right? Well, you go to Article 1.7. When acting as a listing broker, realtor shall continue to submit to the seller / landlord all offers, counter offers until closing or execution of a lease, unless a seller or landlord waive the obligation in writing. On written request of a cooperating broker who submits an offer to the listing broker shall provide, as soon as practicable, a written affirmation to the cooperating broker stating that the offer has been submitted. So that is your power, right? You say Article 1.1.7 says, you gotta let me know if it was submitted or not. That's what you tell the other agents, right? When you don't, or if they tell you that, which they won't, if nobody's educating them. But remember those two, because those are your magic powers when you feel like they didn't transmit it, right? Or how come I didn't get a thing back? Rejected, accepted, countered, right? Whatever. Okay, that's all I got, gang. Happy New Year!
Sasha's taking her call.
Grace, a reminder.
I think that's it.
I got a reminder, if you want, anybody has condo listings, keep in mind your HOA might have gone up this month. So you might need to go back into MLS and adjust it.
Yes, definitely.
So Steve's saying, reminder to everyone who has condos that the association fees may have went up this month. Check
Or
it
down.
out. Or down.
If you have a listing.
If you have a listing.
Down. Yeah.
Holy cow. Do we have any listings that anyone wants to share?
I do. This is Katie Zimmerman.
Okay, Katie.
Awesome, thank you. I have a listing at Honua Kai, Unit 741. It is in the Hokulani Tower, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, listed at $3,490,000. It is currently occupied, but scheduled to check out on the 9th. So I've got a few days between the 9th and the 16th that it can be shown. So if you have any buyers and you want to do a showing, please let me know. Thank you.
I have a listing.
Benjamin.
There's a line, Ben.
I am here in house at 2733 Pu'uho'olai, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, Nohana, gorgeous yard, tons of citrus, really good food. Listed at $2.25 million, and it's a really there's not a lot of places this size on market, and it might be the lowest price, biggest place on island. That's a really nice house. So give us a call, check it out. It's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kylie.
Aloha, it's Kylie Gallagher here. So I am the co-listing agent with Dean Auto on the property hosting the West Maui Huddle this week. I'm also holding open house at the same property today from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's a beautiful luxury property in Oluwalu, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, listed at $9,995,000.
Awesome. Lauren.
Aloha, everyone. Celeste and my Kapalua Bay Villa 19B4 will be open this Wednesday. Super heavily booked, so we don't have that many opportunities to show it. I'll be there from 9 to 2. Again, that's bridge level access, so there's no stairs and nobody living above you as well. Beautiful oceanfront and most competitive priced villa there at 1.575. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Here, I got one. Hi, it's Bonnie McChrystal.
Hi, Bonnie.
Some of you might have seen my Maui Meadows main house in Ohana with the pool. It was on the market last fall at an elevated price. We took it off the market to let it rest, and it's coming back very soon at 2.69. And I also have a villas at Kehalani, 3-bedroom condo with the model is the one with the master bedroom on the main level. And that's coming on at 1.295. Lastly, went live today, a 2/3 acre, no, it's a 16,000 square foot lot in Waiolu Estates in Wailuku, also in Kehalani, and that's listed at 630. It's the lowest priced lot over 10,000 square feet in that community. So thank you.
Awesome. Okay, JC, you have a coming soon?
Have one too, sorry.
Yeah, let Karen go first.
Go ahead, Karen.
Okay, sorry about that, JC.
Oh, you're good.
Well, thank you. So anyway, I have a couple of listings coming up. They're not on the open market yet, but one of them is signed. It's 2+ acres in Haiku. They're both in Haiku on large acreage, 2+ acres. Beautiful settings. The homes are there. We'll put it at that. So if anybody has people that are just looking for land with a house that needs a lot of work, I have two, both upcoming. So thank you.
JC?
I have a Hokulani Golf Villas coming up at the end of the month, 2.15. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it's actually 2 bedrooms plus a den. What's nice about Hokulani, it's gated, ocean view on the golf course, and it lives like a house instead of a condo. And what they did for the condo complex, instead of increasing the condo rates for the condos themselves as an association for insurance, they're allowing the owners to self-insure, which actually kept their maintenance fees lower. So great property, 2.15 ocean view right on the golf course in North Kihei.
Do they have a requirement for that? Like, do they expect
A certain amount, yeah,
Right,
and they have to
okay,
submit
yeah.
it. So they have to submit
Interesting.
not only
Yeah,
Hokulani, they have to
yeah.
submit the insurance, but they also have to submit a termite inspection once a year as well.
Nice.
Hokulani, if people don't know, they're actually responsible for the roof and those ones as well. And that's the other reason the maintenance fees are a little bit lower.
Awesome. Anybody else online? Okay, we have, Amanda?
Hello, just a reminder, we have Laura and I have unit 701 at the Valley Isle Resort, corner unit, 7th floor for $645. And then we also have the unit right beside it, 702, lowest price, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, also obviously at the Valley Isle Resort, and that one is for $630. Our maintenance fees did just go up. They were $1668 and now they're $2207, but we have it. It's very easily accessible now where before it wasn't. So just let us know. Thank you.
Awesome. And then I guess I'll be last. We have, Mark and I have Keone Craig Villages, unit 12106, offered at $560. Our maintenance fees went up in January 1st to $642. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's got Eureka Palms view, so it's not on the parking lot. It's really nice. It's tenant occupied, and well.
Eureka Palms view, not the parking.
Not the parking.
Those all you are.
It's tenant occupied. He is on a month to month. He's paying $3,200 a month. He'd love to stay, but he understands what he cannot. And that's it. So thank everybody for coming.